Hey guys, this is Chetan for Gizmo Times, and this is the first look of the new Android 11 beta on iQOO 3. This is the iQOO 3 that was launched by iQOO, the first smartphone from the company that came with the powered up specifications, including the Qualcomm Snapdragon 865 processor, and it obviously had the Android 10 version on it, and it was a customized UI based on that. But now this is one of the first brands to actually give you the experience of Android 11 beta, because the official Android 11 is yet to arrive and it would take some time. But the developer previews and then the beta is also live now, and iQOO is offering this as a manual update to users who want to try it out, and mainly to the developers, because they are the one to try it out to organize their apps or make their apps better to work with the newer OS. So there are some issues, some glitches that are surely going to be there, and first thing that you notice here is that itself the status bar icons are not arranged properly and that are overlapping near the camera area. So this is a punch hole camera display, so that is what you're going to see here. It's an overlap here. So first issue was that there are some issues obviously which are going to be there, so you don't have to worry about it. These are the things that are going to be fixed. Second one is this fingerprint access area. So the iQOO 3 obviously had the in-display fingerprint sensor, but here the device asks you to touch the sensor on the back of the device. So obviously that's not present, so you can't set up the in-display fingerprint sensor, but you are surely asked for one of the security options. So obviously you'll have to set up the face unlock or the pattern pin or password. So one of those options have to be set up. Now let's talk about some of the things that I actually liked. So iQOO 3's previous UI or the original UI was totally different from what you're seeing here. This is the stock Android 11 that you're going to see. It's really smooth. The animations, the loading, everything is pretty smooth. And in a way, I didn't like one thing is that it's all squarish. Very, very sharp edges on everything. Wherever you see, you'll see sharp edges, and the icons on the quick settings, the app icons, everything is sharp and squarish now. So material design taken to some next level is what you're going to see here. Still, it's still decent and neat at looks, but otherwise everything is squarish and sharp. There are a few things that you need to understand that are changed here. Firstly is this native screen recorder. So most of the customized UIs had this screen recorder option on by their own, but now on Android 11 you're going to see it by default. You can go here, you'll tap on the start recording option, and then you'll find this option of recording audios and show touches on screen, and then start the screen recording. We could not actually try it out to see whether the microphone as well as the smartphone's audio or the internal audio are recorded together. So we'll do a separate video on that later, because when you're gaming you want those two to be activated together. So we'll be doing a separate video of that. But right now I could not even record the internal microphone audio here. So let me show you that. Now this has started the recording, and I'm actually anyway talking, so let's stop it. And now let me show you that recording itself. So yeah, at least the microphone is getting recorded. Earlier that was an issue, I could not do that, but right now in a live video it's happening, so that's a good thing. So at least you have the native screen recording with the microphone activated. We'll have to confirm whether it's with the internal audio while playing a game. We'll do that later. Next one is the notification history. If you go into the settings, now you'll have a complete history of notifications, and this is the notification history area. So everything now can be seen from here if you enable this option. By default it would be disabled, but once you enable the use notification history option, it would take in all the history of the notification panel that is there. Sometimes you just go and clear all the notifications at once, and you might have missed out some of the important ones. So you can come down to this notification history that is a part of Android 11 now, and it is going to show you all the missed notifications there. Next one is going to be my personal favorite update, or my personal favorite change here. It's about the airplane mode. Some of you might feel like, what's so big deal with the airplane mode? So these are the Realme Buds Air. The Bluetooth is turned off. Even the airplane mode is turned off. Now if you activate Bluetooth and try to connect to the Realme Buds Air, they are connected obviously. Now if I go into the airplane mode and I activate it, you'll see that the Bluetooth is still running. That's one of the best things I have actually liked here, because I used to travel a lot, and whenever I'm in a flight and I'm asked to get into the flight mode, take the phone into the flight mode, what happens is Bluetooth also turns off, and I was already listening to some music or watching a web series or anything that was downloaded. Now I'll have to go activate Bluetooth again. So that unnecessary wastage of time or disconnection is a headache. So here it's going to keep Bluetooth activated in case you are already listening to the music and you have the Bluetooth activated. Now if you have the Bluetooth activated here, but since these are inside the case, they are not connected, if I activate airplane mode, it would turn off the Bluetooth, which is obvious and which should happen there. But when it's connected, it's not going to turn off Bluetooth. That's one of the best ways, actually best features or additions or whatever the changes done here. Now next one is dark mode. This is going to be an intelligent dark mode because if you didn't know, it's mostly the OEMs or the brands working on their UIs to give you the dark mode based on the sunset and sunshine. But now if you go into the dark mode, you can actually schedule it from sunset to sunshine. Turn on until sunshine is this new feature. This is going to be a part of the default Android OS. So any smartphone such as a Motorola One or any phone that is coming with the stock Android is going to have these features. So you can have the dark mode enabled from either scheduling or based on the sunset and sunrise. Let's keep the dark mode activated here for some time. So this is the dark mode. Anyway, that's going to be there as a part of the Android 11. Now, removing permissions from the apps when you are not using it for a long time is something new again. If you go into the app settings here, and if I go into one of the applications such as Chrome, imagine you're talking about some application that you're using rarely. For example, I'll talk about an app such as Cred, which I use for once a month, and I don't want it to have permissions activated all the time. I can go into the permissions of that and remove permissions if the app isn't used. So protect your data. To protect your data, permissions for this app will be removed if the app is unused for a few months. Actually for a few months. So Cred also doesn't apply here. It's for those kind of applications that are always there in your phone usually, but you rarely use them, still might need them. For example, an app called Cam Scanner or something like that, where you might have some use for it at some particular time, but you won't use it regularly. You don't want the phone to have permissions always. So that can be done from here. So you can remove permissions for the applications. And one more change is the bubbles, which isn't working perfectly, but I'll just be able to give you the demo of that. So this is the bubbles here, and allow apps to show bubbles. Some conversations will appear as floating icons. If you know about Messenger, it can go over the other applications, go over the home screen as well. So this is similar to that. And this is again a part of Android itself now, so obviously it's going to be better. So it shows up as square icons. As I said, everything is squarish here as well. It's going to be a square icon kind of shape for the notification bubbles, and it wasn't working perfectly, so we can't anyway give a demo of that. Whenever I tapped on that bubble itself, it would get disappeared. Otherwise, it should usually open it there as a small screen and show you the messages, and you would be able to reply back to that. But it isn't working, and that's expected. You can't expect everything to work in beta. So there are several changes that have been done. There are several features that were earlier added and later removed from the developer preview to the beta. So obviously in beta as well, there are those bugs, but at least getting an experience of the latest Android OS, that's Android 11, is something good. So if you have an iQOO 3 and you are wondering if you should try it out, I'd say you can try it out if you are okay with these kind of bugs, such as the under display fingerprint not working and the status bar icon overlay. It might feel a bit unfinished or a bit half-baked. So if you're okay with that, you can try it out. I mean, it's pretty smooth, it's stable otherwise, and things are not so bad or unfunctional here, but still, if you don't want to take a risk, that's okay. If you want to take a risk, you can check out the description for the download links. These are the official download links, and this is the official update actually from iQOO itself. It's not from one of those developers. So you can either download it and upgrade, and you also have an option to downgrade to the previous OS in case you don't like this and you want to go back to the previous regular Android 10 based iQOO UI. So that's it in this video. This was the quick demo of the Android 11 beta on the iQOO 3 smartphone. We might be able to get you more details or get you a full changelog pretty soon with another video of it, but this was just a quick demo of how things look in the new Android 11. Obviously things like this also haven't changed. If you go into the Android 11, you won't see Android 11 here. It's still Android 10 shown here. So obviously There's a lot to change, but at least you are getting Android 11's beta preview here. So that's it in this video. I hope you like this video. If you do share and subscribe to Gizmo Times for more. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.